Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pashmeen and today I'm going to do a video on how to read tarot cards. It's gonna be a very extensive video, so I suggest you sit with a pen and a book to take down the notes if you want to. You will be learning about how to read cards for friends, clients, and also for yourself. Also, planetary and the illustrations of each card is explained. So I hope you're going to love the video and also learn how to read tarot cards by the end of this video. So let's get started. I have used a basic deck of 78 cards. I have divided them into major arcana on the left side, the rest 4 on the right, which represent the minor arcana cards. The major arcana cards, which are popularly known as the destiny cards, generally show us the destined and the fixed events that are likely to happen in our lives, and the minor arcana cards show us the events that are based on the free will and can be changed according to our actions. So the minor arcana cards also represent the 4 elements. The wands show the fire energy, the cups represent the water energy, the swords the air energy, and the pentacles the earth energy. So I'm going to explain you each and every card of these sections in detail. Let's start with the first card of the major arcana, the Fool. As you can see in the card, the man is walking on the edge of the roof, and it shows that the person is in a dreamlike state. He's ready to embark on the unforeseen journey. He has no fear of what lies ahead. It is a card of spontaneity and it rules the planet Uranus. There is a white dog which you can see in the picture. It shows the person is very loyal to his dreams. The person has a sense of commitment to himself. It's a card of self-discovery. It's a card of self-love in a relationship. The Fool card signifies living in the present. It has no such commitment to offer at this stage, as it is only in the beginning of the phase. So it's a very positive card for travel. It brings to light the uncertainties of life. You are likely to be offered new opportunities when you see these card in your reading. It is important for you to trust your judgment while planning for the future with this card. The second card is the Magician. As you can see, the Magician is a very powerful card in the deck. The person you see here is blessed with abundance. He's blessed with all the four elements on his deck. The second card is the Magician. It is numbered 1. It rules the planet Mercury. The person shows in this card that he's blessed with infinite amount of energy. He has all the 4 elements in front of his table. The pentacle is there, the cup is there, the sword is there, and the wand is there. He's the ruler and he is going to manipulate and manifest energies according to his will. Self-confidence and will are indicated by Magician. There is focus on action to attain the desired goal, because the Magician is a very passionate person. It represents diplomacy and subtlety as measures to work towards what he desires. The Magician indicates a dynamic relationship in a love reading where one partner provides the inspiration and the other makes them a reality. As a person, Magician is one who has a strong will and a mind that is disciplined. He works with a clear purpose towards a positive direction while being open to innovations. Also, I feel that Magician is somebody who is not going to be manipulated by somebody else. He is the person who decides what happens in whatever situation he's placed in, because he's blessed with so much of energy that he ends up manipulating them, he ends up manifesting them according to his will. So it's a card of will which the Magician is going to use for himself. The third card is the High Priestess. The figure in the picture symbolizes a feminine force. The female in this card represents wisdom, inner power, inner wisdom, psychic abilities. The person can be a healer, or if you get this card in your reading, it might be that wisdom is going to come your way, or you are your healer yourself, or maybe you will have to approach a healer in your near future. It indicates that the psychic or the artistic abilities may continue to be at a subconscious level. This card basically represents you to focus on your subconscious self. There is a certain sense of mystery and secretiveness. You should use this time to introspect and meditate if you get this card. In a relationship, I feel you are dealing with somebody who is a psychic, who has inner wisdom, and perhaps you should sit down with them and talk about it. it's a relationship which grows and develops infinitely. Psychic and spiritual development is seen in this card. You're also going to gather strength and wait for the right time in the future to act. So this is basically the card to sit down, meditate, reflect on your inner self and see what your intuition has got to offer you. Card is the Empress. This is one of my favorite cards. It represents the planet Venus. As we all know, Venus is a planet of love, luxury, beauty, abundance, prosperity. This is what the Empress also indicates if it happens to be in your reading. The Empress stands for a reward of fruitful labor. There seems to be a strong need of love, affection, and harmony if this card arises. It also suggests pregnancy in some cases. In business reading, I think the Empress can mean keeping home as the base of your work. In a relationship, I think it indicates more of a pleasure kind of a relationship where the both partners consider the relationship to be a pleasure. And also with this card, I think there is you are going to be rewarded with success. Projects are likely to be ending in a good way. The card marks births, wedding, and also material prosperity. You are required to improve your circumstances by using strength and wisdom along with the creativity. So it is also a card which happens to give birth to new artistic ideas, as it represents the planet Venus. It's a great card if it happens to be in your reading. Card is the Emperor card. So as they say, the number 4 in numerology is considered to be very reserved. People with the number 4 as their personality are very reserved and they are very quiet in approach. This is exactly what vibe I get when I get the Emperor card. So the person sitting on the throne is an old man. He is a learned man, a man with experience who has gone through a lot in life and has learned his lessons well. It could indicate a father-like figure, an employer, a policeman, or a judge, or just a person who is very sound, very disciplined in his life with his approach. So if you get this card in a love reading, it shows the relationship is pretty dry because it does not indicate love or any passionate feelings. It's a very practical card where your partner is going to be very practical. He's going to be very sound in his approach rather than being foolish in love. So but in the work department, I think this card represents stability and strength to me. The person sitting on this throne is blessed with a lot of stability and strength. So you are definitely going to come across an authority who is going to help you find way to success. So the opportunities are definitely going to come your way with this card. It depends on how you make the most of it by laying a solid foundation, and this card represents fixed success if you are disciplined in your approach. So you should be instantly prepared yourself with a lot of hard work coming ahead with this card, because it's a card of stability. It's a card of hard work, being very disciplined, cutting down on pleasures in life to achieve something. This card is the Hierophant. It represents the Taurus energy, the earth-like energy, which is very grounded, which is very stable. It appears to me with an aura of the spiritual world. The Hierophant is a very kind person who is there to teach us the path of spirituality through the workings of our inner psyche. So the Hierophant indicates that there is the need to take responsibility of your own spiritual growth. Also, it could indicate in the education department that you might visit a new educational institute. It's a positive card for future learning, for higher learning. It could be anything. It could be pursuing your career in the higher level, or it could be pursuing the higher knowledge about universe, or getting in touch with your higher self. In relationship, the partners experience problem in putting their best towards the growth of their relationship as they feel the pressure of each other's expectations with this card. So you work and live a life based on what others expect from you with this card. So you are not going to listen to your inner heart or do whatever you want to with this card. The Hierophant is a very, very pious card. So you follow the tradition, you follow the rules that are set by your ancestors with this card. You need to seek a new alternative to get things done in order to achieve inner fulfillment with this card. The sixth is the Lovers card, also one of my favorite cards. It is ruled by the planet Gemini, which is a cusp. It's a dual sign. So as the name suggests, the Lovers, it is not always about love, let me tell you. Sometimes it represents us to, it makes us to choose between two partners. There will be choices involved at times whenever this card happens to be in your reading. The man is looking for fulfillment and the woman is looking for spiritual contentment. So overall, I think it's a very, very positive card for love. It is mostly related for love. It focuses on romance, harmony, and overcoming of obstacles for achieving that love you want. It's also a card of deeper commitment to a present relationship, and also offers you a lot of development in the future in the current relationship. So certain decisions need to be made. It depends on which question you ask. So sometimes, like I said, because it is ruled by the planet Gemini, there could be a sense of duality involved with this card. So you have to weigh the near cards surrounding and then make a reading out of this card. So it's a beautiful card. In career reading, I think it indicates that you may choose a different path. There could be a change in your career line, or you could be taking a new alternative to pursue your current line of work. So this is what I get out of the Lovers. You are required to sometimes make decisions on your inner feelings rather than logic with this card. Also, sometimes you might have to overcome your temptations with this. Again, it depends on what the other cards are surrounded by this. So the seventh card is the Chariot. It rules the astrological sign of Cancer. Now, with Chariot, as the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this card is a man approaching you with full force, because it's a card of movement. You see movement in this card. It's not a card where things are at a stale situation. The things are going to progress if you have faced any delay till now if you get this card. So it can also indicate a car or a travel by car. You need to gain control over the forces that are opposing your progress. It's a card to take the stride, take the reins in your hand and move ahead towards what you want. This card also signifies change. Sometimes as you overcome your problems with discipline and confidence in a relationship, I think it represents a person who is not ready to give up. He's still coming towards you. He's still going to try for you, make you give him another chance. That is what I get from this card. You have to control your fears and move on with this card, putting all your efforts to make your dream come true. So it's a brilliant card. All in all, it shows progress. It shows movement in your life towards your desired goals. The person is not afraid in this card. He's ready to take the stride and move towards what he desires. The next card is the Strength. Now when I see this card, I see a woman who is trying to tame the lion. The lion is a fierce animal. It shows that you have to control your inner anger or your inner wild nature if you have to achieve what you want in your life. So as we all know, lion is a wild animal. There is temptation involved. There is certain kind of discipline involved that needs to come to surface in order to achieve what you want. So this is the divine meaning of this card, that somebody is trying to take control of his or her inner temptations to make her dream come true. So once you are successful with this card, you are going to achieve a lot of success, because this card represents the Leo energy, and Leo is ruled by the planet Sun. So it's a bright card. As you can see, you get a very bright vibe when you see this card. It signifies inner passions and outer obstacles being overcome by inner will, right? So you will have to use a lot of strength to face various circumstances with this card. You have the inner resources to come out of any situation. And in a relationship, I think it's a positive card. I see two people who are working towards each other, two people who are ready to sit down, communicate, and work on their inner self to make the relationship go on. Next is the Hermit card. It represents the Virgo energy. Okay, so whenever I see this card, I see somebody who is into the soul searching. So the one keyword which I associate with the Hermit is the soul searching card. It's a beautiful card when it comes to spirituality. It shows that the person is giving a lot of importance to his inner wisdom. He's trying to understand himself. It's a time of reflection. He's walking with the lamp in his hand, and he's trying to find truth in something. It's a truth seeker card to me. So maybe you have faced a lot of difficulties of lately and you just want to spend some time alone to introspect on what has happened. There are a lot of past experiences which are running in your head, and you are probably going to take some time to project on what has happened. So it's a card for awakening the inner self. It's a card of success through spirituality. Okay, so you need to close all the loopholes in your present circumstances in order to progress further. You have to deal with your inner world to live and come in terms with the outer world. The next is the Wheel of Fortune card. It's a card of changes. It's a card of major planetary changes. So whenever this card pops up, keep a check on your charts, as you could be going through a lot of major planetary changes in your life, which are going to bring abundance amount of change in your life, and for the better, definitely. So it is basically the card of faith. The fate shall play its role. Changes are likely to happen at work, home, or even relationships as such. So optimism should be high on your list, as whatever is down on the life's wheel shall never remain so, and it is bound to come up, because it's a circle. So what goes around comes around, right? So change is a natural phenomenon, as we all know. So the key to success is a person's adaptability to change. Whenever I see this card, so something is changing. If you're going through a bad situation and you drop this card on your reading, rest assured the situation is likely to change and move towards the better circumstance in your life. So you need to observe this change and be open to it, as it is only going to bring positivity. I don't generally see a negativity coming with this card. This card is the Justice. As you can see, the woman is trying to weigh with the scales in her hand. It represents law to me for some reason. That's the vibe I get from this card. It represents the astrological sign of Libra, which again has the symbol of the scales. So somebody is trying to balance things with this card. If this card comes in your reading, the woman is somehow, the person associated in the reading is somehow trying to find a balance in the situation. So there is depth of her individuality as well, and her inability to uncover the basic facts. So she has the sword in her other hand, which means she's going to use logic to find the truth, to reach a conclusion of any question you have asked. So it indicates that it's time to take responsibility and take a decision. It stands, it basically, it's a positive advice at this point of time. You're likely to receive that from the other end. You need a balanced approach to resolve any issues, and in a love reading, if this card appears, I think honesty is the key. You both need to be honest whenever this card drops. You need to have a sound communication. You need to respect that. You have to be very committed and very approachable towards the other person, because this queen who is trying to weigh things, and she has a sword, is not going to take a step back, and she will move ahead and find logic, and she will try to weigh the pros and cons of any situation she's in. Next is the Hanged Man. In this card, you see a person is tied, head held down, his hands hanging loosely, are clasped together as if in a prayer. So I see the light behind his ahead. Maybe this person is going to soon enter a period of enlightenment, um, or sometimes also a change of perspective, a change in how you see things comes to foreplay with this card. So maybe it is you have to change your view of how you see a certain situation in your life. So this card indicates that some kind of surrender is going to be involved in order to restore peace in your life. So you have to have faith in the nature, and in this card the focus is on the things that are happening in present. So surrendering, I think, should be the need of hour with this card. Peace should be restored only after a difficult time, and at this point with the hangman you just need to exist with this card. It does not show that you should be taking some approach with this card, or any kind of movement is involved. It just asks you to change your perspective and wait for the period to change in your favor. The next card is the death card. As you can see, this card, it has a very deadly and a very scary aura, but it's not so. You need to dig deep into the card. So the death card does not always mean the death of something, it means transformation. As we all know that with the end of something comes the new thing. So it is basically a replacement card if we see it through those perspectives. It basically assures that something is definitely going to change. It's a very intense card. If you clearly look at it, things are going to change. You may experience newness in your life. It could be a new lifestyle, it could be a new relationship. Maybe some relationship has ended and you have entered a new one, or maybe the perspective in your relationship changes. You change the way you have been seeing things. So there is some kind of change that is definitely going to happen, and it is going to be a major change. So I think this describes a Scorpio person somehow, because Scorpio is a very intense sign, as we all know. In a relationship, it shows the change in a relationship. It could either indicate the end or the birth of a new one, or it could also indicate birth of a child. Sometimes certain beginnings are also what I see, and but they definitely are going to come with some kind of adjustments with this card. So the person related to this card should be ready to let go of something to achieve something. So that is what the advice comes with this card. Next is the Temperance card. Somehow I feel very delighted when I see this card. It's a card of harmony and balance to me whenever I see this card. So I'm going to explain you how you can read. The woman standing here is trying to merge two cups. So I see that as merging two worlds, or maybe two different perspectives together, so a harmony, a balance can be reached. Her one foot is on the land and the other is in the water, which shows that she's very cautious with her attitude. She's very diplomatic, she's very wise, and taking slow tiny steps to achieve abundance and harmony in whatever she wants. She's a graceful person. I see a lot of grace in this card. Her hands are trying to bring oneness in the world. It is also, I think, you can combine this card with spiritual knowledge but with spontaneity. Okay, it indicates, it basically rules the planet Sagittarius. So you have to have patience, you have to have self-control when this card comes. Or maybe you are dealing with somebody who has this kind of nature. If this drops into your head, into your reading, in a relationship reading, I think it indicates a relationship which has a serious and a good potential of developments taking place, because there is a blending of two different worlds. So the next card we have is the Devil. It's a very deadly card again, but somehow I think it's more deadly than the Death card. It's a card of overcoming serious temptations, addictions, overcoming abuses if you have come across any. It is also a card of dark magic somehow I see. So with this card, I think you need to cleanse yourself whenever this card is somehow trying to appear in your card. It is not a very positive card, to be honest, guys. It's a very materialistic card. So whenever this pops up in your reading, you might be dealing with some kind of temptation which could destroy you, which could lead you on a very wrong path. And how you deal with it depends on how you are going to overcome the obstacles. It signifies consuming passion for money, maybe in a business reading. So the free will is lost because, as you see, they are chained by the thoughts of temptation and they are unable to overcome it. It could even mean reluctant to change at the cost of growth because there is some serious energy involved which you need to get rid of. The next is the Tower card. It shows a thunder or a bolt of lightning is striking the building and things are falling apart. People are falling in various directions. So sometimes in my readings, I have seen this card bring me a lot of revelations. There is a lot of truth that gets unfolded, and which is definitely for your higher good. So it's a very sudden card, so expect sudden things which might not be so positive to hear, but in the long run they are definitely going to do a lot of good for your growth. So it indicates that some kind of change and a very sudden change is going to happen. You need to remain optimistic whenever this card arises. So it could be a change at home or in relationships. It could be, basically it's a card of things falling apart. So you need to accept the change and experience growth. And also this card is so sudden that you might not even get the time to reflect on what exactly has happened. It's a very sudden card, and it comes with a very sudden collapse in situations, but definitely for the better, because the old beliefs tend to die and the new takes place with this card. The next card is the Star card. So there is a 8-point star in this card, the yellow star, which you can see. It indicates peace. So for me, this card speaks healing and getting in tune with yourself. So there is a lot of healing that comes with this card. Whenever you pop this card in your reading, be ready for abundance of positive changes, and that the difficult period is soon going to be over. The lady is naked. She's trying to pour water on the land and in the river together, and she's trying to draw healing near the water body. So whenever this card comes, you can also try to go near a sea body or a water body to heal yourself, to come out of it in a very harmonious way. It is associated with the astrological sign of Aquarius. So you are definitely going to channel a healing energy into your life. So there is enough freedom and space within a relationship to make it successful, because this card speaks to me a feeling of liberation. Your inner strength is likely to get very strong. The star signifies good fortune and a period of advancement through study. And definitely you should trust your inner wisdom and work towards a happier times with this card. Next is the Moon card. So basically this card indicates your subconscious mind. So you might need to work on your emotions, your subconscious mind with this card. Basically the reflection of the moon in the flowing water below, it signifies the need to put fears aside and attend to our intuitiveness. So as we know, the moon is a very changeable sign. So I feel there is some kind of duality too involved in this card. There could be a lot of secrets hidden which you might need to introspect, and maybe you, in this period, you might get your inner wisdom or answers through your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. If you pop this card, you might find answers to your questions in your mind. And you need to be careful towards any kind of deceive at this moment. Somehow this card always relates to some kind of deceive, or if you're reading this about a person, so their feelings could be very deceptive towards you. In a relationship, it shows there are hidden agendas or hidden things which the partners have still not spoken about, and they are likely to come to surface to move on with the relationship. So you need to dig deeper into your inner fears with this card whenever you get this card in your reading. Next is the Sun card. It's a very happy card. I think the happiest card in the major arcana deck. It's a brilliant card, a card for success, prosperity. It's a bright card, so anything that you inquire about, or anything that has not been running nicely till now, is definitely going to face a lot of good fortune, a lot of brightness in your life. It could also sometimes indicate the birth of a child, preferably a male with this card. If you at all want to know the gender, I think it sometimes indicates the birth of a male child, according to me. And it's a card for promotion and success in business or career. In relationship, I see people are trying to take creative ways, and they are trying to put efforts to make the relationship go well. There is a lot of growth. This card is associated with the sign Leo, and the planet responsible for Leo is Sun. So it's a bright happy card. It's a joyous card. There are boundless possibilities with this card that could happen, and they all are going to be positive. So the next card is the Judgment card. Now this card indicates you are going to gain clarity with anything that you have asked. So you are going to learn a lot of new things with this card. With whatever question you have asked, there will be new things that you find, you discover. There is a kind of enlightenment. You are going to find out about things that you haven't till now. Somehow in relationship, it shows a kind of judgment is involved. The person is trying to judge you into whether they should take you in their life, or whether they should leave you, or they are just trying to make up their mind with this card. So honestly, not a very positive card in a relationship till now, as per my readings. But otherwise, it's a card for enlightenment. You are definitely going to be able to work towards your ultimate fulfillment with this card. It's a card for new relationships, as spiritual growth and learning is involved in these cards. So maybe you have given up the old beliefs and attitudes and have adapted a newer understanding towards life with this card. So it heralds for a new life, a new beginning with a new perspective, all in all. The World card, this is the last card of major arcana, and it indicates completion. You see the lady is surrounded in a circle, which indicates there is a completion of anything that you ask. So it is depicted by a globe with the four elements of air, water, fire and earth surrounding it. So there is abundance of lasting success with this card. You are going to get success and fulfillment, and this card promises that everlasting success in career or in business. For sure, it's a positive card for travel as well. It shows you could get foreign business opportunities, or you could travel abroad. You could broaden your horizons with this card. It's a limitless card, and you should keep putting in hard work in whatever you do. It's a card of great opportunities, so use it wisely whenever you get it. Now we'll be discussing about minor arcana cards, which are divided into four elements: swords, wands, pentacles and cups. So let's get started. Now, Ace of Swords. This card depicts that there is a sudden opportunity that is going to come to you. As you see, the hand is coming out of the blue through the clouds, and it offers the sword, the opportunity, which is crowned by a crown and followed by a leaf. So this symbolizes basically a new beginning in your life. You may be required to take a decision and act on it, because swords represent clarity, they represent the air energy. So the air gets cleared with this card. It is important for you to keep yourself emotionally balanced when this card arises. It's a card of strong willpower and clear judgment. So if you are in a very clouded mindset, you're going to gain clarity if this card pops up. You are likely to be successful through clarity of thought, and you would be required to act with utmost passion towards your desired goal. In a relationship reading, you have a clear idea of what you want from a relationship. Your purpose is clear, so you are able to focus on what you desire. It may be a relationship where mental compatibility is required. Two of Swords. This card shows a person is holding two swords across his chest in order to protect himself. Now, one thing that I would like to add is you can see the water behind this person. So, with this card, I feel that the person is blindfolded. He refuses to see emotions in a certain situation. If you get this card as feelings about someone, so in that situation, I think the person is trying to ignore, he's trying to move away from emotions that exist. So there is focus on negotiations. It represents compromise or communication that is required. A choice is to be made between two alternatives. You are required to come to terms with any emotional issue before taking a decision. So I think with this card, you need to face facts, understand the depth of the situation, and then decide what your action is going to be. So Two of Swords can also signify a decision between two opportunities for a successful relationship. It for me, it represents a phase where you are at crossroads and you don't know what decision you have to take. Three of Swords. This card shows that there is an aura of sadness and grief. It indicates unhappy moments. You are likely to experience difficulties in a relationship, or probably in some cases it can indicate end of a relationship or any kind of heartbreak, that things did not work in your favor. So there could be more than two people involved in a situation leading to interference. Okay, so it's a third party card also when it comes to relationship. Sometimes it depicts depression and separation. You're not passing through an easy time. You need to sort out your problems and not be let down by any delays. So health and friendships might be affected. So with this card, I think nothing seems to fall in place, and somehow I would suggest to wait for the tide to turn in your favor if this card pops up. Four of Swords. This card shows that things are put at rest. They are laying at rest for the moment. Okay, you see the man lying in peace. So it is basically followed by Three of Swords. When the person is trying to heal, the person is trying to just isolate himself and heal through the process. Okay, so it's a card for regaining mental and physical health. You may be undergoing a period of ill health or need to just recharge yourself and gain your strength. So you are able to prioritize things and focus on your goals in this resting phase. Also, I think it's a contemplating card. You're trying to be at peace with yourself after a long period of turmoil, like I said, after the Three of Swords card. So yeah, it kind of represents suspension to any situation. Five of Swords. Now with this card, you see the person is having a smile and also the sword, but somehow with Five of Swords, I have always seen that it's a hollow victory. Even if you are somehow gaining victory in a situation, but you are unhappy, you are not happy with whatever you have achieved, maybe because the ways you have used, the methods you have used to achieve the victory was not you are not being true to yourself. So something was sly, something was not true in this situation, so it does not give you a soul happiness. there is a focus on frustration and anxiety. You realize that you can no longer stay away from issues. You have to deal with issues and difficulties whenever this card pops up. So there is a conflict in the air that have been brought about the worst side of everyone involved, okay? Because there is you can get the feeling of somebody is getting stabbed. There were lies involved, there were conflicts involved, so you have to avoid arguments for your reputation may be at stake and not go for the hollow victory. Like I have said, the end result is not likely to give anyone much happiness with this card, so you should be careful taking up only as much as responsibility as you can cope up with. So it's a card for arguments and tension. Compromise can only be reached if somebody is ready to listen and let their guards down, let their ego down. Six of Swords. It's a card where you can see a boat making a path towards a different direction, probably after a period of defeat or sadness, where the person gives up and he embarks his journey on a new way. So it's a focus on challenges overcome by you. You may have been still facing difficult times, but you have been able to move on in your life. So your anxieties have gone away. You have a new understanding of life because of the difficulties you have faced. So it's probably the learning time where you're ready to move to a new place. It can also indicate journey. Okay, you may even receive some visitors with this. Your struggles seem to have finished and you shall be able to make progress in life. So I think with this card, there are strained relationships which will soon be mended and the relationship will develop further, but you have to give time with this card. Seven of Swords. Now, it's a very sly card. The first word that comes to my mind when I see this card is somebody is being very sneaky, very sly. Somebody is also, you get a stalker vibe, okay, with this card. So the idea is to make use of the best possible alternative to succeed. So the message of the Seven of Swords is basically not to give up, but put your best foot forward to achieve success. So you would need a different approach to obtain better results, which might not be so ethical. You are required to concentrate and avoid distractions and as you put in your best. So it also gives hopes and fears. So you are required to be patient. You are required to be honest with yourself. In a relationship reading, Seven of Swords can never give me a positive feeling. Because the approach needs to be examined. So the person here is trying to be very sneaky. So you have to make sure that you're following a good path, you're following the righteous path and then making your move ahead. So yeah. Eight of Swords, when I see this card, I think the first aura that I get is somebody is getting restricted. It's a card where you are feeling bounded by somebody, you are feeling trapped, you do not have a lot of options, things are not working in your favor and you just don't know what to how to approach further. So you're feeling as if you have totally given up and not able to see anything in a clear picture. So you seem to have submitted with personal power to the challenges. You feel that you're going through a major mental conflict with this card. There could be inner crisis involved, a mental conflict involved. So things and situations can only get sought out when you have some hope with this, because kind of you see there is no real hope in this card. The hands are tied, the eyes are blindfolded, and there are eight swords which are not in contact with the person, so he's not able to get a clear picture. So just the thought that your action may not get you the desired freedom makes you give up the very idea of trying again, which you should avoid. Now, Nine of Swords, as you see, a person is lying on the bed and there are nine swords horizontally laying. I think with this card, you are suffering from anxiety, depressions, or powerful dreams that are trying to convey a message to you. You need to listen to your dreams with this card, or maybe you are listening to your dreams and they are full of something that you don't want to see, which makes you all the more anxious. So you may be feeling very low at this time. You may be insomnia. You are likely to face delays. disappointments, you may be undergoing sleeping difficulties, headaches. It's a card that suggests there are physical difficulties like illness or some kind of um, health issues, right? So mental state can also lead you to ill health. There are tensions in the family or at your workplace or anything. Whichever question you ask with this card, the tensions are definitely going to be involved. So one needs to be very cautious with this card because there's not much positive to be said about this card. The Ten of Swords, you see a man lying on the floor and the 10 swords are hitting on his back. So when you see this card, you don't get a very happy vibe. So basically it's a difficult card. It's something to me where the person is just turned out to be not so victorious. The person has suffered a lot of loss. He's suffered a lot of backstabbing with this card. But sometimes if you change the perspective, it also indicates some kind of end. So it could be an end to a difficult situation too, on the positive side. So it suggests that there is going to you have to wait a long time for the tide to turn in your favor, right? So you are at the tail end of a disastrous situation which is finally going to be over and done with. So in a reading, it represents pain and sadness, but it is there to signify the end, right? So that is what the positive thing is in the Ten of Swords. The situations will end, the bad things are going to end, and then you have to move on for the better picture. Page of Swords. Now Page is the youngest member in the 4 members in the each pile. So it shows the starting of an energy. It signifies delayed news. So you need to be careful of a person who is secretive in his dealings. Also I see a lot of conflicts or backbiting or things being not so clear to you in the workplace with this card. So it shows that the person is likely to have double standards with this card. So be careful when this card arises, especially when you are asking about how the character of a certain person can be. So Knight of Swords, you can see a man is rushing with his horse and there is a kind of fierce aura with this card. So he's all set for action basically. The sword in the picture signifies that a swift action will be taken at this point to get the desired result. The Knight of Swords describes a person who is somewhat in his early 20s to late 30s, and this person is very practical. He's very to the point. He gets bored of anything when things don't get his way. He needs action, change and newness from time to time. So there is a focus on instant action. You're likely to find yourself involved with a person who has no fear of the unknown and readily takes a risk. So it's a risk taker card if I have to explain you the character of this card. So you'll see a lot of changes with this card and swift actions will be taken. So change is the way of his life. So the Knight of Swords represents instant action with no time to think over the other options. You're likely to be offered a fleeting opportunity of assistance from a person who is unpredictable and has a quick mind. So you have to be prepared for swiftness in your life with this card. So King of Swords, you see a king in the picture is seen holding a sword, indicating his power and ability to take important decisions. So this king is somebody who might be air sign, like Libra or Aquarius and Gemini. So most oftenly, I think it is associated with the sign of Libra. It indicates a man who is active and is a leader. He has a disciplined mind and he's very logical by nature. So the King of Swords is very logical. He's very practical in his approach. He's very responsible, very career oriented, not a very emotional guy. It could represent a lawyer, soldier or a doctor. You are suggested to look up to new options and even go ahead with new projects. So the card indicates advancement and also help from a person in the higher position. So you might be offered a lot of help from the higher authorities and there could be somebody to guide you and give you clear advice, which would be of use to you in a relationship. It describes a relationship that has a clear purpose and is a meeting of minds. So basically, a very practical relationship can be predicted with this card. A very practical man could approach you, which is based on a lot of mental compatibility rather than emotional compatibility. Last but not the least, in the Swords deck, we have Queen of Swords, which represents a queen who is sitting on her throne, taking the sword in her hand and is ready to take the authoritative position. She's somebody who is extremely learned, extremely authoritative, very confident in her approach. It is, somewhat a person who is suited to a career in consultancy or teaching. So in the appearance, I think she is somebody who is very practical, who is able to think about emotions and feelings in order to get a clear picture of what you desire, thus a clear sense of purpose. You can plan your line of action for future success. In a relationship reading, it depicts a person who is cautious in committing herself owing to the past difficulties she has faced in relationships. So she's somebody who is very practical, very slow, very cutthroat. So you have to be careful while dealing with somebody who is like the energy, who carries the energy of Queen of Swords, because this person is going to be very practical, and this person is basically who will not get swayed away. So you have to have logic and a sensible approach while dealing with such a person or card. We'll start with Pentacles now. So the first card is Ace of Pentacles. You see a hand extends from a cloud holding a coin. The hand signifies the person's ability to hold on to money. The money, basically the coin represents the money. So there could be a sudden opportunity to gain money or start a new job which is going to fetch you cash, or there could be new opportunities that could build up to a better future in your career. So it signifies practical beginnings. You have all the necessary projects at your hand. You have enough money and energy required for the same. So it depicts that all your hard work towards a specific goal will bring good results. Success is likely to be seen in business venture. Personal relationships could also bear fruit. Sometimes it also indicates that somebody is going to propose you or offer you a new relationship. It's a positive card for material success. You may have a company of a person who will leave a major impact on you. You can also get promotion with this card. You'll feel energetic and you'll feel determined to work hard and succeed, because it's like you will be getting returns very quickly and without any delay. Two of Pentacles, as you see, a person is juggling between two coins in his hands. I think with this card there is a aura of confusion. Somebody who is trying to weigh the cons and pros of a certain situation. You can also notice the ships are going through up and down, like there is a high wave and then there is a low wave, which shows that with every passing day the person is having it could either be a yes or it could be a no the other day. Basically that kind of a feeling, if I'm able to explain you clearly. So there is a choice between two things, or you could be just juggling heavily between two opportunities offered to you. So you need to create a balance in whatever you do. It could also indicate travel with those ships behind, if you notice. So work situation might be, I think, it congenial, and new projects may take time to materialize, leaving you anxious about its success because you are probably overthinking a lot. So you should avail the opportunities present before. It also indicates the time to decide between two alternatives. Like I said, a decision regarding money or efforts may be required. It could be a job. In a relationship, the Two of Pentacles denotes a decision regarding a new stage in a relationship, and it could also involve spending of some money to get there, maybe. Three of Pentacles, basically with this card I feel you're going to gain recognition of talent and hard work. Your efficiency at work could be noticed by your employers. You might get promotion with this card in the long run. It suggests that through hard work and through your hard work, you might attain a new project. It suggests a time where you have to act in a way that shall improve your present circumstances. It's a card for solid foundations. Um, I think in a relationship reading, it signifies that efforts shall be made to build and maintain a relationship. It shows that skilled labor and trade is involved. So it's a extremely good card for business. Hard work and efforts at the same time would bring recognition. You will be noticed by people. You will get that glam that you have been waiting for. Or you could also visit or some authority who is ready to help you with the detailing to reach that position. So the Four of Pentacles, you see a man who is holding a pentacle and he's kind of not so happy. The face looks somewhat down. It indicates that you may be saving money or energy or simply waiting for the right moment to strike. Maybe you have all the money, you have all the opportunities, you are at the right time, at the right place, but you are waiting for that specific opportunity to strike. There is focus on material wealth which you are likely to receive. In a relationship reading, it suggests that one partner is being more materialistic. It may also indicate possessiveness. Somebody who is just, as you can see the man, he's clinging to that pentacle in his hand. So you might be involved with somebody who is being very clingy at this time, who is not just giving you the required freedom, the space to grow as a person. So you are cautioned not to let materialism overpower the emotional values of a relationship. You need to take care that the selfish behavior of one of the partners in a relationship can lead to difficulty in your relationship. So it can also describe a relationship which may not be able to grow because the partner is not open to new ideas. Somewhere the partner is stuck and refuses to change or see a third perspective. So somehow I feel you get a very sticky or a very stuck up situation with this card, be it a career reading or in a love reading. It is somewhat you're not letting yourself move on or leave old beliefs or patterns with this card. The Five of Pentacles, you see two people who are walking. It's cold. There are pentacles hanging on the window. So this shows a period of difficulty, a period of cold times, dry times. There are no much opportunities involved. You're not being offered good periods in the near future. So somehow it shows that you are just walking yourself through this difficult phase. You may find your work uninteresting. In a career reading, in a relationship, there is a indication of separation from a partner. You may be feeling lonely and low at this point of time. There could be problems in a relationship, money being one of the issues, maybe because it's a pentacle card. The relationship might lack trust, which is the basic foundation of a successful relationship. So this card basically signifies spiritual emptiness which is not taken care of because of the narrow-mindedness or the inability to change. So cold times are ahead with this card. Six of Pentacles, you see the person is having wealth and he is giving charity to the other people. It shows that the wealth is in the hands of a deserving person which will be giving to the needy. Basically there is focus on accomplishment of goals. You are able to reap the rewards of your goals. A business project would prove to be very good investment as it would bear great financial rewards. It requires teamwork where the person is looking for team members to work with him, and he's also being a good boss, a good authoritative figure who is giving charity, who is being kind to his employees. So good fortune would go hand in hand because there is care taken for others and their well-being is kept in mind. You are likely to meet a person who shall offer financial support for a new project. And I think in a relationship, it shows a very practical approach where two people might meet and they are trying to find common interests together. There are efforts that need to be made to control a partner in a subtle manner, or maybe if you are in a higher level of a relationship, it requires that you have to adapt certain tactics to let the communication go on. Seven of Pentacles is basically the card of contemplation. A person is trying to think, contemplate about his future. Now that he has put up all his efforts, so he's at a phase where he's standing and he's waiting for the results. He's waiting to bear the fruits of his labor. You are able to prioritize or think about like a future study or holiday or even setting another line of work. The decisions made by you now would leave a marked impact on your future. So it's the time when you need to carefully plan for any action that is involved. So you are likely to receive encouraging news and assistance. Rest assured, it's a card for a steady journey towards success. In a relationship, it represents steady progress in financial projects where hard work is being put in. So favors done in the past are likely to be returned after this contemplating phase passes. Eight of Swords, basically you see the person who is working minutely on the details of a pentacle. So it shows that you are involved with a person who is a sucker for details, for perfection, a person who is not afraid to work hard or burn the midnight lamp. So it's a card for building foundation for future success. It's a promise of success card to me. You have been putting in hard work, planning your venture. There are chances of a new job, or maybe you are developing a new skill, a new hobby, a creative talent that could turn into a profitable project in future. Friendships are likely to be strong because you have put in the required results. You have been committed to a situation at the present moment which shall definitely reap you rewards with this card. So you are likely to take up a course to widen your employment scope, and you will continue to work hard till you achieve success. Nine of Pentacles, you see a female figure standing with nine pentacles, and she's all dressed up. So I think with this card, it's a card of self-confidence and perfect planning leading to success and happiness. So you may have been self-reliant in your project while working hard. So with your inner strength and with your soul work, you have received the best efforts and you are enjoying this period. So it could be a time of celebration or a contentment where you are happy with whatever you have built in your life. The success achieved by you is making you happy, secured. Financial security is at its abundant. There is rewards coming around the corner. It shows comfortable success. Business emerging from a negotiations are likely to be successful. In a relationship, I think you might be involved with a woman, or you yourself could be a woman who is self-reliant, self-independent. You are financially doing well, your career is doing well, and you don't really need that relationship, you desire that relationship. So there is a sense of security within a relationship. Ten of Pentacles, it's a beautiful card. You see two people, a couple, the puppies, the dogs are there. It's a happy card. It's a card of abundance. The money indicates material success. It shows environment of wealth, security, contentment, emotional security, social security. There is love security also with this card. So you're likely to get contracts signed with two or more people. Who knows? In career reading, it shows advancement and promotion. In relationship, it signifies a relationship is linked to work environment. You could probably meet somebody through work or through family relationships. You may be in a position to help out a member of your family who is going through a difficult financial time, because you yourself are blessed with abundance of wealth right now. So the ten of Pentacles in a reading represents gains, riches and wealth. Travel and movement are on the cards. Financial security is seen in a family situation. Pentacles, like I said, Page is a young member in the four lot. So it is a young man who stands in the open holding a pentacle in his hand, indicating commitment to learning. His feet are on the ground, so he seems to be a very grounded person. It is associated with the astrological sign of Capricorn, so there is a focus on learning. You might be a student who is very curious to learn. You're likely to receive a favorable result for examination if you have appeared for. It's a card for research and study. So advancement is seen because you are putting in that much of effort. You might meet someone by coincidence who could help you in your promotion or your further studies. So it's a card related to commerce or business management. And you are a young person who has long-term goals through proper planning and commitment. So it's a the guy in this card is basically very committed to his work. He's very grounded, and he's very determined to achieve it all. The Knight of Pentacles. So with this card, there is one thing that I would like to tell you all. You see, the horse is not moving. Okay, he's standing still. So if you seek action or any kind of movement with this card, then you might have to wait. The person is yet to make that first step towards the success. It indicates a person who is emotionally kind of immature. He's likely to be ambitious, but he tends to plan towards his goal methodically, and he's not really that fast and furious kind of a guy as we see in the swords. So you may be a solid and a trustworthy person, but somebody who keeps working hard but is not recognized for the same. So this card indicates that travel is indicated, which will be regarded work. It signifies consolidating plans and taking firm steps towards attaining goals. It depicts a person who is a good provider but is yet to make that move towards the required goal. King of Pentacles, we see the king sitting peacefully on his throne with the pentacle in his hand, and it indicates that he has all the financial security, success in the world. The pentacle in the picture is a symbolic of practicality and commitment leading to success. So it is associated with the earth signs basically. It could be Capricorn, Virgo, or even Taurus. So you're likely to come across a person who is able to give you sound business advice and even financial assistance. Food pleases such a person somehow. He is practical and reliable. You are advised to adopt such qualities yourself. You are likely to sign contracts on papers. Business seems to hold a promise of success. The King of Pentacles suggests that achievement goals through practical planning and the best of efforts. In a relationship reading, a King of Pentacles indicates an earthly relationship which has all the material comforts available to mankind. The partner is likely to equate happiness with material well-being. Queen of Pentacles, we see the queen holding the pentacle. She contemplates on it. She is able to see great visions in it. The pentacle signifies her generous nature. It is there is focus on aspiration and ambitions. You may come across a sensitive person who would be able to give you some sound business advice, as she would be intuitive about people. She's a trustworthy person and would be very sincere towards the general good of people. So this card can also be related to a person who makes a good leader. There is practicality, there is communication involved. The Queen of Pentacles signifies security in money and status. You are likely to be helped by such a person. You need to trust the person's ability. You can be successful through practical application of your ideas. Now we'll start with wands, which represent the fire energy. The first card being Ace of Wands. We see a card, we see a hand coming out of the cloud, and which is offering a wand in his hand. It's a card of beginnings which shall bring good results. So basically there is a lot of fire energy involved in this card. Some kind of rekindled situation is involved. There could be somebody returning to your life. There could be a new person entering your life. It basically embarks the beginning of a journey. However, it's just the ace energy, so we cannot predict how grounded or how stable or long lasting this rush would be, but definitely there is some kind of sudden rush coming into your life with a lot of fire energy. So it indicates the beginning of a relationship. It could also suggest travel, which may be connected with relationship. You may feel spiritually awakened and enlightened with this card. So Two of Wands. There are two wands that are seeing a person standing with globe who is envisioning his future. He has one wand in the hand and the other standing behind, which shows that He's yet to make his move. He's still contemplating about his new project, a new business, a new aim in life. So it indicates that a crucial decision will be taken after weighing the two alternatives showed by the wand. There could be opportunities for partnership, which could mean moving away from the present situations because it indicates travel. The Two of Wands could suggest a decision about a relationship, whether to begin a new one or make a deeper commitment to a present relationship. The Three of Wands, we see a person who is standing, showing his back. He's probably um, planning his future, planning his next move about his life. So it could also mean travel or putting plans into action. It suggests that more than one person is involved. The idea is of corporation and business opportunities. It represents effort, enterprise, and strength. Worries are likely to be lessened. Travel will definitely be connected with career. There is a feeling of happiness and optimism that are likely to be released in future. The Three of Wands suggests a relationship which is growing. A relationship may be centered around traveling and movement. The Four of Wands, we see some kind of celebration is involved in this card. So it's a card where basically it's a homecoming celebration. It indicates realization of one's goal in a career. There is a focus on relationships. It indicates a good card for romance and compatibility on a personal level. A deeper commitment or simply a stable, solid relationship is represented by Four of Wands placed on the ground. It represents harmony, romance, peace, prosperity. Any gatherings would be happy. Monetary success is suggested. Purchase of property can be contemplated with this card. It indicates a quiet time spent with closed ones in a favorite place. Five of Wands, as we see, there are a lot of people involved holding their wands. So it's a card of conflict. It's a card where you can see difference in opinions because there are five people involved with five wands. So everybody's coming together with different perspective, different ideas, and somehow they are not in coordination. There is a lot of tension, a lot of stress, a lot of violent energy is seen. So there could be heated arguments involved with this card because there are too many people involved. So it's a period of ups and downs. In a relationship, it indicates two people who do not have common interest and they are very much in conflict with each other. There is a lack of mental compatibility in this card. So it is also a very competitive relationship where the partner is trying to compete, and the fire energy signifies that the energy is scattered in too many directions, leading to unsatisfactory results. Six of Wands, we see the person is sitting on the horse, and there is an aura of victory in this card. The card represents somebody who is very self-confident and has just come out as a winner. It indicates a job promotion or a confident approach to life in general. It indicates adaptability has been taken to change the times of difficulty. Any attempts would now result in success. Gain and victory are on the cards. Past efforts are bringing rewards. There could be legal matters which will be resolved and will be favorable. So a progress is seen. There is a sense of fulfillment. You may receive public acknowledgement for your work, so you could get that name, fame that you have been waiting for. In a relationship reading, this indicates that both you and your partner have similar goals in a relationship and are likely to achieve these goals. A new stage of commitment may be seen in a relationship. Seven of Wands, we see the person is trying to put his wand against so many wands that are offered against him. So this card somehow is a card where you need courage and determination to hold your ground. It's a defense card where the person is trying to defend, the person is trying to keep his words, he's trying to put his word forward against the other opinions that are being offered. So it's a card which requires a lot of determination and power to make things work. So there is physical energy required to achieve the desire. You want it indicates difficult negotiation and competition in business. The person should not only concentrate on external challenges but also on those from within. In a relationship, challenges experience as a level of commitment deepens. So somehow it's a challenging period. You need to hold your ground, you need to believe in yourself, you need to take action, hold your words, and maybe the rest will follow with this. Eight of Wands shows a free flowing energy. So there are eight wands that are flowing in the air in the same direction. So it represents positive change, advancement is suggested. It shows a lot of action. Travel or news from overseas is likely. There is also a focus on fast moving events and action. So you can um, you don't have to wait in this card. You have enough energy that is required to fulfill your goals. It's a go-getter card. This card affirms enthusiasm and strength required to succeed. It represents swiftness, hope, and love. Eight of Wands is a very positive card to have in a love reading. So it indicates a time to enjoy another company without fear or obligation. It represents a healthy relationship which allows both the partners to indulge in what they like. There is a lot of communication, a lot of sharing that is involved, and the relationship is running in full pace. Wands, you see the person standing with his wand and he's trying to contemplate and thinking about the other wands that are standing behind him. So it's a card of contemplation. It's a card where you are trying to defend yourself, where you are trying to take a step back and see what your next action would be. So probably this person is somebody who is very slow and cautious because things off lately might not have been so positive. So he's probably waiting for the tide to turn into his favor and then probably take a step ahead. So in relationship also, it requires a very cautious attitude towards the partner. You may have been hurt by your partner or your past, due to which you are in a very defensive mode and you're not allowing new energy to flow into your life because you have created that circle around you and you are probably waiting and thinking about how to move ahead. Ten of Wands, it shows the person is trying to carry the burden. He's trying to carry the 10 wands together. It is a card that gives me a feeling that the person involved or the situation is not feeling at peace. There is a spiritual loss. Responsibilities, tension, pressure seem overwhelming. Perhaps you have been very over ambitious, or you were trying to attain selfish aims, due to which you have been overburdened yourself. It can also describe somebody who is self-employed and has to do almost everything by himself. You should consider lessening your burden by sharing responsibilities. Page of Wands signifies the start of a new phase of life or a new project. The page holding a wand signifies anyone who is under the age of 21. It's a very young person who is involved, or there could be a lot of immaturity or youth feeling involved in this card. It's an indication of receiving news as well. You can expect good news that will cheer you up. It is time to start a new project or travel which will take you to a new direction. It could also indicate assistance from a young person or a faithful friend during a difficult time. You may have flashes of inspiration or creativity which, if followed, would bring success. So somehow Page of Wands in a reading represents faithfulness, a postman, a messenger, lover, somebody who gets you news. Family problems are likely to come to an end. You may be trying to learn something new which may make you feel young again. So the Page of Wands may represent an early stage of inspiration. Knight of Wands, it represents a very fiery energy. There is a sense of adventure with this card. In a love reading, I suggest you might be involved with somebody who is not so serious about you. This person believes in fly-by-night romance because there are high emotions involved, high passion is involved, but the emotions somehow are missing because the person is immature, the person is not very grounded. You might be dealing with somebody who is friendly, fearless, charming, but is unreliable. So it indicates a person of a fiery nature. He is likely to be positive and eager for action. or somebody who is an immature person. It could describe a relationship or a fling that is formed during travel. You are likely to make overseas journey. It indicates change of some kind. You may have to change your residence or job, or it could be temporary or permanent depending on the other cards. But you could be bored with life and might feel the need of change with this card. So it represents a very newness in any situation that is involved. King of Wands, it depicts a strong person who is able to lead and dominate others through his strength of will. The kind wand in his picture represents his honesty, positivity. He's usually over 30 years of age, maybe, energetic and very straightforward. The focus is on his ambitions. This card indicates that there will be a favorable encounter with a assertive male who will support you during a difficult time. He will be good looking, well built. He will be a mature person who is good to people. He will be helpful sort of a people through, though he may not be emotionally involved in the situation, because wands generally represent fire, passion. He will be wise and educated and suited to a career in sales or in a goal oriented position. The Queen of Wands represents a woman who is both strong and forthright. The wand in the picture symbolizes her vitality and her positive attitude. Um, you're dealing with somebody who is very enthusiastic in nature. It represents matters related to family or relationship. It indicates that you will encounter a very friendly or a loving female figure. She could be a person who will not only be popular but will also be very graceful, clever, and will have that drive to achieve her goals. So it indicates there is a lot of inner strength involved. It indicates the person involved is very confident, very friendly, very loving, honorable, and is likely to achieve success in business and material. It indicates that there is a good business proposal with this card. It could be offered to you by a lady. Anything to do with property or security is also favored with this card. Ace of Cups. In the center of the picture, cup is held in a hand, emerging from a cloud. The water is brimming, the water is overflowing. That suggests that opportunities exist in life for happiness, love, and joy. There is abundance of opportunities. It indicates a period of emotional fulfillment. It is also the right time for spiritual development. The Ace of Cups indicates a time where your actions revolve around emotions, because cups are all about emotions. It's a happy card bringing about a sense of fulfillment and joy. There is peace. There is a focus on awakening of new thoughts concerning inner desires. It also suggests psychic development to some. It indicates development of intuition. There is joy, nourishment, fertility, abundance, and so much more promising for a new relationship. The Ace of Cups represents an emotional beginning and is a very positive card in a relationship. Even though it's the initial phase of a relationship, so we cannot tell how long lasting it will be, because Ace is just the beginning and the future is yet to be seen by the surrounding cards. Two of Cups, we see the female figure and the male figure. The male figure is probably approaching her hand towards her. There is the fire energy represented by the lion. So this card has abundance of passion. There is powerful attraction seen towards each other. It indicates there is focus on relationship and matters of heart. The presence of this card is an indication that there is simple union of two people who are in love, a good partnership, be it in career or romance. The bond is suggested here, which will be going to be in harmony and unity. There are matters that can be healed and peace can be restored. It represents love, passion, friendship, union, sympathy, and harmony. The Two of Cups indicates a spiritual connection. It also describes an equal partnership where both the parties are going to benefit. And in a relationship, it indicates a deeper commitment is on the horizon for you. The three cups in the picture indicate joy, sharing, or celebration of emotion. It indicates a time during which your actions will revolve around emotions. Any problem that has arisen in the past would be sorted out, giving way to celebrations. The Three of Cups represents perfection, merry, victory, healing, and happiness. Better health is indicated. There is an emphasis on family gatherings and weddings. Three of Cups may signify choice in a specific field. In a relationship reading, this suggests a successful reunion and also a choice between several partners. The Four of Cups, as you can see, the man is refusing to accept the cup that has been offered to him through the clouds. It's a card of contemplation. The person is not able to gather the trust or the courage to accept the cup, which basically indicates opportunities in career or a relationship. He's unable to go for it because he's still contemplating on the cups, the three cups that are sitting in front of him. They represent the unfulfilled goals, or maybe a few things that did not work out for him, or he's yet to wait and work on them. So with this card, I feel that there is a time where you need to plan for future. You need to accept, you need to have faith in the opportunities that will be offered to you. You need to safeguard against anxiety, mistrust, a feeling of dependency, and at things not picking up pace. You need to avoid confrontations. The challenge is to remain connected to all the things in life even when things get tough. The Five of Cups basically depicts sorrow. The three cups are tipped over and their contents are spilled, while two cups are upright. So it indicates that there is focus on sorrow. It's a card of separation, where you may experience a feeling of sadness, which may ultimately create a rift in a relationship. You may be unable to release yourself from a past emotional situation. The Five of Cups is indicative of your inability to recognize your current opportunities. You may receive an inheritance which may not bring you much pleasure. There is a general feeling of anxiety, sorrow, bitterness, displeasure, regret. So basically with this card, the guidance is to not focus on the cups that have spilled over, but to focus on the cups that are still ready to offer a lot of abundance to the person. Six of Cups, it shows two children who are involved exchanging flowers, which shows emotions are being exchanged. It's a soulmate card. It's a card of innocence. The people involved here are innocent. They are emotionally driven. In a career reading, it shows that you might be involved in a creative field. You are likely to find yourself in a career related to children, such as teaching, nursing, or something that helps others feel secured, because it's a nurturing card. It's a card related to your childhood. There could be a nostalgia feeling attached to this card. It indicates a relationship that is built on strong foundations. It is built on innocent feeling. There is a feeling of trust. There is a feeling of oneness. It's a soulmate card, and probably one of the best cards to get in a love reading. Seven of Cups, it indicates a person is offered a lot of cups in front of him, each having something different from the other. So it's a wishy-washy card. The person here is very confused. He's unable to make choices. It indicates the need to acknowledge what you really want and decide how to achieve the same. You may find yourself fantasizing about the way you want things. You are likely to be presented with an offer par expectations. The Seven of Cups represents favors, imagination, reflections, and a time to acknowledge the path of spiritual fulfillment. Basically, this card indicates that you will take time out for yourself and reflect on an inner fulfillment. Eight of Cups, we see the person is walking away from the cups offered to him, which indicates that he's likely to move on from an emotional situation that has caused him hurt. So it is time to leave place for another situation in life that has got better things to offer. It's a card which focuses on realization of what you truly desire. You desire to explore the opportunities for fulfillment. There is a moving on in life towards a new setting. It could be a search for a deeper commitment within your present relationship, or it could be moving away from a relationship which lacks emotional security to you. It could also mean spending time in meditation or in study. Nine of Cups, we see the person is happily sitting with 9 cups. It signifies the person has a sense of fulfillment. The cups are brimming with prosperity, abundance, and contentment. The Nine of Cups, the focus is on the overall feeling of happiness, resulting in a card that signifies success and victory. You have achieved money, abundance. You have personal goals met. You have a feeling of security and contentment, which is due to a job done well. Your inner needs are fulfilled. In a relationship reading, a great deal of harmony seen in Nine of Cups. You have learned to love and care for yourself, and so you work towards making a happier relationship. The Ten of Cups is a very happy card. It's a joyous card. It's a card of celebration. The focus is on relationships. It's an emotionally fulfilling card. It's a card for home and family. There is a permanent security in relationships, in friendships. There is a sense of contentment, of heart and love. The entire family is committed. There is a great commitment that comes from this card. Your work environment where the teamwork is very important for achieving common goals is amazing. Page of Cups, it depicts a person who is very young. The person is creative and soft natured. The fish in the cup of the person signifies that a message will be offered which will be emotionally fulfilling. The Page of Cups is associated with the astrological sign of Pisces. It indicates a person who is a thinker, who is artistic and helpful by nature, represents an offer of business partnership. It could also be an offer for a new relationship leading to an emotional fulfillment. There is focus on news, a message, or a proposal for marriage. This card symbolizes the beginning of a new project or business enterprise. It could also indicate a time for higher studies or learning. If the question is about reunion, then Page of Cups indicates that the reunion with a friend or a partner will materialize. Knight of Cups, basically the knight in the picture is standing gracefully. We see the horse is moving. There is some kind of action involved in terms of emotions. If a situation has been stagnant for long, it is likely to soon change. This card suggests an offer for a job. It could also be a proposal of some sort. You may undergo strong emotions of excitement. You will feel optimistic and geared up for an action. You may travel. Changes are likely to take place. Romance is in the air. The Knight of Cups represents an invitation and a time to decide wisely whether to act or to wait. The Knight is a sensitive man who is caring and wants a relationship that has depth. This Knight is basically, the King of Cups is a person who achieves success in creative disciplines. This card is associated with the astrological sign of Cancer. The King of Cups is a kind-hearted man. He's wise and helpful. He has a keen business sense. He's also good in the creative fields of acting, writing, architecture, and music. He's both sensitive and strong at the same time. You need to trust your instincts and continue working steadily towards your ideas. You ought to wait for the right opportunity before committing. A disciplined approach to things would bring rewards. A reliable and a well-meaning individual is portrayed by King of Cups. He may be a teacher or a counselor, and interest in arts come naturally to the King of Cups. Queen of Cups. The queen in the picture is a royal lady with a cup in her hand. The Queen of Cups is associated with the astrological sign of Scorpio. The Queen of Cups is a lady any person can trust, as she signifies goodness, pleasure, intelligence, and wisdom. You may have come across a person who is virtuous and honest. The Queen of Cups emphasizes a stable relationship. It is linked with domestic happiness and strong relations. You are required to study the depth of things to develop an inner understanding. The Queen of Cups describes a mature person with a creative nature whose advice is based on listening, thinking, and rationalizing. You can achieve success in creative disciplines. In a relationship reading, the Queen of Cups signifies an offer for friendship or a deeper level of commitment in a relationship. Thank you so much guys for watching my video. I hope you have understood the meaning of tarot cards in my video and you loved it. If you liked my video, please share and comment below.